Surprises, Sony, let's go! It's time for the state of play, let's do this! Hey! Please update with the PS5 Pro. And then Greg will buy me a pizza and I'll buy him a pizza. There, it's Killzone. See, this is what... Like, all these amazing franchises. Let's get into it, man! Oh, here's the first DLC for Astrobot. Here we go. Oh, that was Helldiver. John, you're right. Roger Craig Smith is also in that. Okay, here we go. DLC. They're gonna amp the challenge level here. This might be available today, you guys. Don't be surprised. Looks pretty finished. This game's amazing. Available now. Yeah, I knew it. How's it going, Wise Way? Bravo to Astrobot. Campaigning for Game of the Year right now. Look at how cool we are. Show us the PS5 Pro. Mr. Calavara, good to see you.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Ducey, the studio head at Team Asobi.
Nice.
Couldn't be happier with the reception to Astrobot and to see
DLC
how much
this fall.
joy
Oh,
Astro
trailer
is bringing
available
to
now.
homes
Okay.
all around the world. On behalf of Team Asobi, thank you so much. Now, we still have a few surprises up our sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at the DLC we'll release later this year at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon. But for now, let's enjoy the state of play.
There you go. That's lovely. I have not met Nicholas. I really want to, Dougie.
Listen to me, Burnt One.
It's time to go to Japan. We haven't been in a while.
You better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
What is this? This looks cool.
While I was in the black, I had a dream. There was a monster in the woods.
And on you go.
Well, arcade's got post-Astrobot sadness like people had after Avatar. This looks fantastic. So Lost in Random, which I touched but not really played. So is this from Electronic Arts or is it a PlayStation release?
Thank you.
This looks great. My kiddo's gonna dig this one. Ooh, there you go.
You charming little wanderer.
Why didn't you do that with Astrobot, Sony?
Now.
And so it was that the Burnt One and a small flame took a wander down the Midnight Walk.
Yes! The Midnight Walk! Bravo! This looks, we're gonna be waiting a bit. It's in wish list. Okay? Maybe a 2025 game. That looks fantastic. Shades of the Neverhood. Like it. Why wasn't Astrobot on PSVR 2?
But I remember how
Jesus.
I felt.
Is this the neck?
Father
Nope.
told us to hide when they came to our house.
What is this?
And they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick,
This looks great.
but we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
Whoa! That's freaky. Alright, just a big gaping hole for a face? What is this? Death Stranding, Devil May Cry. What is it? Looks amazing. Oh my god. The tech that developers have to play with now? Hell. Is it just called Hell? Hell us? Hell us? Kind of like Spider-Verse, the Spot character, yeah. Hell is us. That title might change. Rogue Factor. Hell is us. I don't know, guys. We are hell. Hell is us. I don't know.
My story is
Could be hard to remember that one.
rewritten by nuclear fire.
Vertigo Games.
Oh, hey, Serdar.
Have you
So
seen
Metro and VR. Okay, here we go. We getting some PSVR 2 love.
To be wandering out in the metro alone.
I like these Metro games.
Their bodies arranged in some sort of ritual. Please, just let Yana be all right. What is that?
Nice.
I keep hearing other
Terrified in
voices.
VR.
You said there were people
Hell is
there.
United States. I don't know. Toys are. Hell is us.
Did you not hear any of that?
Pathetic Earthly, good to see you. Thanks for the first time chat. If you're lurking, say hello. We have the best community on Twitch.
I feel like I'm losing my
TM.
mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear
This looks really good.
to prevent something worse.
Looks really, really good. Metro Awakening VR. Coming soon. By the way, I hear that devs are working to bring Sense controller support to PC. Right now, it's just an input with its special features disabled. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we're also on Discord. Dartaz is correct.
How did it feel?
If anybody's got the link to the Discord, that would be
Night
killer.
Sky tragedy.
I missed the first image on this.
You humans slaughtered.
Ragnarok is out, I know, and it's not doing great apparently. I have it on my Ally X, but I haven't had time to play it yet.
Yet, you have been granted another chance in Aurora.
I did play Amnesia,
It must be the will
Miss
of your
Ojat. It was
beloved
insane.
mother
It was so
goddess.
good. What game is this?
However, I still have no trust in your kind.
Hey, Guilfoyle, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello. We're looking like Souls-like action right here. Oh, Assassin's Creed Souls-like. There's some multiplayer. Is this an online game?
Prove yourself. If you survive this trial,
This looks pretty cool, man. Arc Age
perhaps
Chronicles.
you might become one of us.
As long as it's not some free-to-play thing. Looks pretty good. Is this Pal World? Uh-oh. Oh, man. It's got a little uncomfortable in the room right now. Got a little hot in here. Nintendo kills the stream. Yank. Lawsuit edition, I like that. I mean, if you're looking at this, you're thinking Pokemon. I'm sorry. You just are. So today, there you go. Get it quick.
Thanks to Pocket Pair for that new look at Pal World, an incredible open world survival.
Is this out of sync?
Today on the PlayStation 5 console.
Seems like it's out of
We
sync.
have a few more games with breaking news today, starting with the return of two beloved RPGs
Now
from
it's
the
in
original PlayStation.
Your dreams, magical thoughts.
Lunar.
All
What?
things are real.
Somewhere in the universe, Johnny Millennium is freaking out right now.
Love is
I want to see his eyes be bulging out of his head right now.
Lunar, the Silver
This
Star
is crazy.
Story Complete, and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete with updated
Wow.
visuals, widescreen mode, and
Look
more.
at how awesome pixels are, man. Yes.
Lunar Remastered Collection comes to PS5 and PS4 in spring 2025.
Right on.
2 updates on Teenage Mutant Ninja
Two?
Turtles Shredder's Revenge. First,
He is a very
the
happy
Radical
console gamer
Reptiles
right now.
DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters.
Okay, okay.
And for no extra cost,
Bring it, bring
a
it.
remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
There you go. One of the best games of the last 10 years, you guys. I hope it's on one of your machines. If you have a Netflix account, you can download it to your phone right now. It's part of Netflix gaming. This was fun. This was fun. And Shredder's Revenge is on Game Pass. Yeah, it's on Netflix, so
And yes, you heard right.
Get a controller
Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X
for your
Shadow
phone
Generations as part
and
of the
download that
upcoming
puppy.
Sonic
There's
the
other
Hedgehog
ones too.
3 movie pack.
Take advantage of those
This
free
update is
Netflix
inspired
games.
by scenes from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie and arrives December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital
Ooh.
Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
Okay, okay. So you get the movie pack, which comes out in December, but this lets you play it 3 days early on. That game was super fun at Summer Game Fest. Blarcade has 3 physical copies of Shredder's. You are the super fan, my friend. That's awesome. Okay, I missed this. What are we looking at? Oh, this is the. This was from Apple Arcade. What's it called again? Super cool game. They made all these physical dioramas for it.
音楽はファイナルファンタジーシリーズで共に歩んできた上松さんです。
Nobu Uematsu
プレイステー
is
シ
in
ョン
there.
5にて2024年12月5日発売。どうか皆さんに
Yeah, they actually made their physical little environments bum tingle, and then they shot them all, a bunch of different angles, and then they
We're
put all
just
the
over a month
in-game
away
art
from
over
the
top of
release
it.
of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Let's check in with BioWare and Electronic Arts for an
This
extended
game,
look
you
at the
guys.
climactic battle.
This game. Chris and Color, they got to start keeping the name of the game visible in the corner for the whole segment.
gotten word from the
Attention span
wardens.
is too short.
Have they found
It is
Gillian?
tricky.
Not yet, but they found something else worth killing. One of her blighted dragons.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon.
We've tracked it to a ruined tower
BioWare came
nearby.
out strong to Edmonton
That lair
Expo
is a
for
death
us.
trap.
Had team members
to
up on
lure her
stage
out
talking
to
about
have
this
the
game,
chance.
and Edmonton people were there celebrating, which was awesome.
So we challenge her.
Celebrating the game and
Draw
the
the
team
dragon
and the
out into
studio.
open, then attack.
It's action-packed.
Just you and me now.
It's fast-paced, and it's incredibly deep. And they've been working on this
Get ready!
for the better part of 10 years.
Ready, ballistas!
I haven't seen any of this,
Wait for it.
which is crazy because I've played 7 hours of this game already.
Come on. Come on.
No, it plays like an action role-playing game, Canadian Jimmy Jams. And there's a lot of strategy with your colleagues.
Second detachment!
You can have
Flag
them
on the
fight
walls!
alongside you. You create relationships. There's a whole party system in here. So there's lots of defensive spells and lots of ways that you can combine attacks, and you can have a healer with you. It's an RPG. And it looks great. I like this more animated flair to everything. It looks like an animated movie. See, you get this wheel of all the different attacks and defensive postures and different things that you can do. And then that's all different for each of your different colleagues. And you'll have strengths based on relationships, but also on if characters have been to these different areas before and how they've been trained and how they level up and their abilities. It's really freaking fun to play. That's the bottom line. Like, it's so deep, but it's really fun to play. Yeah, a lot of choices like Baldur's Gate, but it's a lot more. It feels like it's it brings you on board a lot easier than Baldur's Gate does. Although Baldur's Gate was pretty elegant with it too. It was just a turn-based system.
Second dragon!
This gets you into the action. Like, you're in control of the second-to-second action.
Press the attack!
And from what...
Bring that first one
and you'll see, I'm putting together a preview video. I couldn't finish it before I went to Edmonton. But one of the questions I asked was about the action, and how they got to the action kind of base gameplay is by iteration, by playing it and sort of finding it, because Dragon Age has evolved from more turn-based stuff, and it's kind of changed a little with each iteration, but the flow is really good in this one. But it came through the play of it. It's like the developers tuned it to feel good in their hands, which is great. That's the way you want it. It's been fully playable start to finish for more than a year, they were telling us.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls.
That is true, Miss Ojat. And this isn't one of these games where it's early access and then it keeps adapting based on feedback. Okay, so what's going on here?
The Lake House.
Dragon Age next month.
If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there,
Alan Wake 2 DLC.
I would have just kept on driving.
Control 2? Are you kidding? Are we in Control 2 time already? Last DLC, okay. It takes these developers this long because of the adherence to kind of, approximation of photorealistic visuals and physics. Cheesy tots. And they're freaking difficult to tune. Like, everybody's edging closer to a sense of immersion that feels like reality. And that ain't easy. Okay, what's this? Well, and also part of it, Cheesy Tots, companies are really trying to avoid crunch. This is Hitman VR, right? Looks a little clumsy. I like seeing Agent 47. I do like IO Interactive. Freaking awesome. I don't think you're alone in that, Dougie Fresh. Taking Star Citizen over 10 years.
Few know the truth.
Can't stare at his barcode in first person. True. Here we go. Legacy of Kain. This got announced today, which was weird. They could have used this to announce it.
I earned a new kind of reward.
Oh, it did, didn't it, John?
Agony.
2 Human 2. Keep waiting, Starlad.
Preordained in an instant.
What madness is this?
so changed.
Oh, that's good.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
Cheesy Tots, the one thing you might have missed is Amy Hennig. Yeah, the master. A lot of the studios are trying to do what they can to offer balance to their devs as well. So that's an ingredient. I mean, it is the technological curve and the difficulty of developing state-of-the-art stuff for modern technology, and also trying to be a little more considerate with how much people are living at work, you know?
Games from the original PlayStation era also inspired Fear the Spotlight from Blumhouse Games. It brings atmospheric
more games from the original PlayStation era
October 22nd.
with fantastic controls.
Just go home, Viv. I'm happy here. So happy.
Coming soon. That looks great. That was a lot of fun to play.
Our ancestral land.
They're burning through a bunch of stuff here, man. There's some good stuff coming.
Build villages and nurture vast ecosystems in Towers of Agazba. This colorful world includes unique creatures, a peculiar cast of characters, and also allows you to invite other players to visit your island. Towers of Agazba launches into early access this November.
Okay.
Up next, Epic Games brings split screen mode to LEGO
Sean?
Fortnite this October.
I've forgotten her name.
This feature enables friends and family to explore the world
I'm
and
liking
build
her.
villages together
She's
while
pretty
playing on
chill.
the same
I like this.
PS5 or PS4. And in other Fortnite news, the new Fortnite Limited Edition DualSense wireless controller arrives later this year, with pre-orders starting October 3rd.
They shouldn't
Visit PlayStation
draw
Blog
on it
for more details.
because then you kind of know how they did it. It should just look like some one completed work of art.
In Dynasty Warriors Origins, and Koei Tecmo Games is ready to share the release date.
I don't know.
Let's take a look.
I'm still ready for a little break from Dynasty Warriors. We were getting these every 6 months.
Crossed paths with men who may one day bring about
Oh
order.
man, can't believe it. I know people love these games. These
You
Mushu
must
games.
adapt to the chaos and find a way to survive.
Here we
so
go.
Choose your path wisely.
Looks good.
Go forth and
Musu.
learn what it means to be
Thank
a
you,
hero.
Waxy Residue. I mean, it looks way better. Blasting 500 guys with one swing of your staff.
The system without providing an alternative is mere wanton destruction.
That sure looks pretty. I guess the technology is up to the speed of the imagination here. Yes, Ghost of Tsushima 2 is what we want. This certainly does look like the best Dynasty Warriors game. I have played so many Dynasty Warriors games.
See this through.
Now you're talking Blarcade. How about a game that you could play like Thanos or something, and you're just wreaking havoc, and then you're having to fight off the heroes, and they're coming at you. That'd be pretty fun. Dynasty Warriors 2025. If that's a hit, there will be a new one in a year.
I was still hoping that I imagined the whole thing.
That is like a scene right out of True Grit.
burned
Monster
into
Hunter
my
Wilds. Here we go. Ooh, very cool. Tenshu Dev is working on Metal Slug's spiritual successor, Black Finger Jet.
The Guild
Waxy
gave
Residue.
special assignments to
Love
some
it.
of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
This forest is amazing.
My fur isn't built for this kind
That's
of
what we would like, a new resistance, right, John?
To surge too.
I think they're going to end this with Wolverine, you guys.
This is its territory, and we're intruders.
Yes, it could. Slow clap. Good call out right there. Says this is definitely a game that will make use of the PSSR on the Pro. Mr. Calavera agrees with John Yomtov and myself and says a new Resistance would be amazing. Fully open. That's the big thing with the game. It's gorgeous and the environments are varied and you can cruise everywhere. I could have got some hands-on time. Ooh. No, I don't think I can say that.
Ours. You wish.
Killzone and Resistance. Yes. Eddie Huge, this Planetarius is here with a great first-time chat question. Hello, everyone. Any huge news I miss? Was there huge news, you guys?
Leave this to me. Heels inbound.
Huge news? Good news. I didn't take any notes.
That's it. The White Wraith. It's real.
Not really, no. Good things, though. Pokemon for PS5, that's pretty huge. Starland. Oh my god.
It seems we must.
That's just going to infuriate Nintendo and the Pokemon Company today.
An extinct species.
Oh, you know what was the coolest thing was,
You've got a weapon and you do nothing.
oh, the clay-looking one. That was the coolest one. I forget what it's called. Monster Mile or something like that. Midnight Mile? Midnight Walk. That was it. Monster Hunter Wilds looks amazing. Oh, Planetarius, it was incredible to come. Thank you so much for coming up and saying hello. I had such an amazing time. February 28th. That's coming up fast. That is going to do incredibly well. You are right, Dougie Fresh. The Guild Night set. Yeah. Okay, you get the book right now. You want to watch the mini art book? Or leaf through the mini art book.
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーのつごとです。本作の発売日が2025年2月28日。世界同日発売に決定いたしました。
That's the biggest news right here.
本日より順次予約を開始しますので、ぜひご予約いただければと思います。プレイステーションストアでご予約いただいた方限定の特典として、プレイステーション5でご覧いただけるデジタルミニアートブックをご用意します。9月26日の23時からは TGS2024 カプコンオンラインプログラムを
Hell is Us looked pretty cool. Waxy Residue. The Midnight Walk, though, I think is the one that impressed me the most.
またお会いしましょう。
Oh, Japan, yes. We should all go to Japan. EP meetup in Japan?
Okay, trail spots aren't cheap, so let's get started.
Lego Horizon.
A hunter with a mysterious past.
Not sold on this.
Very heroic friends.
I hope the game proves me wrong. I'm not sold on it, though.
Of an unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore, hunt, collect wacky outfits, and decorate their village.
EP in Japan, Wise Way?
But wait, there's more. With the digital deluxe
that would be pretty
edition,
wild,
this
actually.
Exciting blue roller thing. And snazzy costumes, like the Shadow Stalwart outfit. And this, I don't know what that is. That or that. Or why they're climbing in that cannon. But look how much fun they're having. Come and join the party in Mother's Heart. Phew, got it all in.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I forgot to mention the pre-order.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. We are so excited for everyone to get their hands on LEGO Horizon Adventures when it launches on November 14th. And Aloy has more good news on the horizon.
Remaster. PS5 Pro Remaster.
Aloy's original adventure, Horizon Zero Dawn, is being remastered for PS5 and PC by Guerrilla and Nixes. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered includes more than 10 hours of re-recorded conversation mocap and countless graphical improvements that bring the game to the same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
Forbidden West is one of the most beautiful games I have ever played. It does look great.
This new version of Horizon Zero Dawn will arrive October 31st. And anyone who owns the original PS4 version of the game will be able to upgrade to the new PS5 version for $9.99.
All right, that's cool. That's the way to handle it.
Visit PlayStation blog for more details and watch the
They
full
do
trailer
remaster.
to see all the enhancements
Well, it's because they
that Epic Quest.
have other projects in the works based on these
New
properties.
content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade.
This
a new
was a
photo
hit.
mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your choice of poses, expressions, and filters.
Found the story a little forgettable, but the gameplay was pretty fun.
And
It was
Stellar
cool.
Blade's original soundtrack, featuring over 180 songs from the game, is available on select streaming services starting today.
I did like that there was like singing
But
all the
that's
way
not
through
all.
the game. That was unique. That's not all. New story. Oh,
Sci-fi worlds collide in the Stellar Blade and Nier
Nier.
Automata collaboration.
That's
coming
amazing.
to Stellar Blade later this year.
okay. That's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. A Nier Automata crossover. I like that.
Now let's talk about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus. First, your monthly games for October are WWE 2K24, Dead Space, and Doki Doki Literature Club.
I mean, if they're
Plus.
gonna do
These
this
will be
now, they got to
available
do
to
this
all
every
PlayStation
month,
Plus
don't they?
members starting October 1st.
Now what else?
Meanwhile, our library of PlayStation classics continues to grow, with
Vita.
2 more fan favorites from the original PlayStation arriving later this year.
Okay.
Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and Capcom's Dino Crisis.
Okay. All right. I would
Naughty
like
Dog
to see
fans
Legacy
know
of Kain on the
26
PS5.
is The Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically acclaimed PS5 hit The Last of Us Part 1 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog this Thursday.
Okay. This Thursday. All right. Yeah, I should play that Last of Us Part 1. It's amazing. All right, Wolverine, come on. What's happening? Oh, new DualSense models. Those look beautiful. I freaking love this controller. Ooh, I like that green one. What's happening?
Sparkly! It's so pretty! Oh my goodness, they're like jewels!
They have new batteries. Wolverine controller. That's all coming. Mark Scott. The Chroma collection. Those are freaking dope. Pretty.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Cerny.
All right, here we go.
recently revealed the newest addition to the PlayStation 5 family.
That
the
was made in
PS5
lightweight.
Pro, alongside several games showcasing the superior frame rates and improved graphics that the new console makes possible. With PS5 Pro, developers have access to 3 key improvements: an upgraded GPU,
This is what
advanced
we
ray
want.
tracing, and AI-driven upscaling
Johnny
that
on top
combine
of
to bring
Wayne's World.
developers closer to realizing their unique vision. We're excited for players to get
This
their
dude is
hands
a
on
genius.
PlayStation 5 Pro when it launches this November. But in the meantime, here's a look at some of the
And
games
he actually
that are
is a
being
nice guy.
enhanced for the new console, including a few titles that we're revealing for the very first time today.
All right, here we go. We call him, what is he, Garth? From Wayne's World? Out of Love. PS5 Pro. Here we go. Rebirth. Enhanced. I don't know if you guys see the, that I could. Veilguard. I asked the guys at Veilguard on Sunday if it was going to be enhanced, and they danced around it a little bit. But of course, everything, take advantage of it now. Shadows, Spider-Man 2. Gotta show us something new. I guess the Metal Gear one. Metal Gear Delta. That's so pretty, man. The marketing around all that stuff, they did a great job with making everything look so shiny. Wolverine. Death Stranding 2. Ghost of Tsushima 2!
Are beyond the edge of Japan.
Yes! Yes!
All right.
People come north to disappear.
Oh my god, I got shivers.
But you are hunting.
Nice.
And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
You'll never stop playing it. You'll keep replaying it, Argscott. It's one of those games, man. That's a sit on your hard drive forever game. Okay, so did Jin just get killed? Oh my. Little Western vibe to it. Cool. Nice. Woo! Dear Lord, that is gorgeous. Red Dead Tsushima. Nice, John. Great music. So we have a new ghost. Wolf of Tsushima. Is that what it's called? It certainly has a Rockstar Games kind of vibe for the trailer, doesn't it? Ghost of Yotei. Or Yotei. Hell yes. 2025. Hell yes. All right, what'd you guys think? I want to see some scores. Let me know what you thought of the PlayStation State of Play. Solid B from Asa Bruh. Hit me up with the scores. Clearly the biggest news is the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei. Dougie Fresh says B-. Guys, have you ever watched reviews on the run? It's out of 10. It's been out of 10 since the 90s. No, not out of 5. It's out of 10. I don't know how to interpret your B-. 6 out of 10, 7's out of 10, 7, 6.83 out of 10. I love it. High 7 out of 10. Leaf Fan says 5 out of 10. Mr. Calavera 6 out of 7. You guys are breaking my brain. It's out of 10. 7 out of 10, 5's out of 10s. B-, okie dokie. Okay. Okay, let's break down a few of these different things. We got Pokemon is coming to the PlayStation 5. Pal World is going to be there. Very uncomfortable to see Pal World in any setting right now. We know that the lawyers are coming for each other. That's almost a game unto itself. You just see streams of lawyers coming at streams of lawyers and this cascade of lawyers in a huge fight. Just like the end of the Matrix. That's going to be crazy. The Midnight Walk absolutely looked incredible. I cannot wait for that game. That was brand new IP, something very, very creative and super clever and spooky and gorgeous. It's PSVR 2 and PS5, which is fantastic. And it really makes you wonder why Astrobot isn't doing that at the same time. They should have done that for sure. That's crazy that they didn't do that. We already know how beautiful Monster Hunter Wilds is. Most of us can predict it will be a smash success. We found out the release date, February 28th, 2025, and we also get a mini art book as part of the pre-order package and some extra costumes and stuff. And I think it will probably take full advantage of the PSSR and the PS5 Pro, but that looked really good. Hell Is Us is not a good title. I just don't like the way that's not grammatically correct, but it did look cool. It looks a little Soulsy, a lot of Soulsy looking stuff out there, but that's fine. We got a taste of Astrobot DLC, which was wonderful, and good lord, it's nice to see the game just expanding and expanding. I can't wait for the DLC. It's certainly in the running for Game of the Year. It's an incredible game. We've got the Lego Horizon Adventure. I played a bit of that at Summer Game Fest and it was okay, but I don't know, the games are too serious, I think. You know, they lean towards mature. There's some heavy stuff that happens in the sort of mainline games, and it felt a little incongruous. It's almost like making a Lego Arkham game, which you can do, but you make a Lego Batman game. You don't make a Lego Arkham game, you know, where Joker's poisoning everybody and killing everybody. But we'll see. I mean, the Lego games do have a way of just worming your way into your heart and surprising you. It is different than the TT Games group, by the way. It is an entirely new group of developers working with the Horizon franchise. And speaking of which, before the end of the year, I think at the end of October, we get the Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster, and it looks like they spent a lot of money on it. Nixxes is working on it. They've done some excellent work with remasters for Spider-Man and God of War, so that should be pretty rad. We also had Dragon Age, the Veilguard coming next month, and I've played a bunch of it. I've got a preview coming up pretty quick here. I couldn't finish it last week. I was at that same preview event that half of the world in video games was at too, and I had a great time, and the game looks insane. But that should be a big release next month, and it's also going to take full advantage of the PS5 Pro, which was nice to see. Oh yeah, we got the Lake House for Alan Wake 2. That looks great. Spooky killer game. I haven't played the DLC that's existing for it yet. I have to go and finish that. We've got Lunar Collection coming to the PS5 next year, which is awesome. A lot of retro fans are going to go crazy for that. Towers of Agaspa coming, I think, into early access pretty soon, and it looked gorgeous. It looked like it's, taking a page from the Breath of the Wild playbook, but obviously with the horsepower of the PlayStation 5 and some really gorgeous fidelity. Looks like it's about creating settlements and communing with the people, but I bet you they're building in the conflict. I bet you that's why it's in early access. It's going to roll into some massive epic adventure, but it does look cool. And then Arcade Chronicles, which is coming next year, looks like multiplayer Souls-like fun, and it looked pretty tuned and beautiful, but we'll see if it's one of these free-to-play forever games. Not interested. Stellar Blade is getting Nier Automata DLC in, I think, 2025, or maybe by the end of the year. But Stellar Blade was a big hit this year, and I'm happy for the studio. I think it was a pretty damn fun game. But you know what? To end this presentation with Ghosts of Yotei, where it looks like Jin is sliced up and left for dead at the beginning of the game, something is happening there. Also, the cool Tarantino Red Dead Redemption-esque kind of beats and strums alongside of this, feudal Japan music. Can't freaking wait. It looks amazing. All right, let's go back and see some of the scores that you guys gave this. 10,000 out of 12,300. I'm going to pull a Vic. 7.2. That's what Tommy would do, Grovel. I wouldn't do that. Tommy says 8.12 out of 10. Arg Scott says 7. 6.9, a lot of Tommy specials, 6.9 out of 10. John Yomtov says 8 out of 10. Mr. Calavera with his 6 out of 7s. We got some 5 out of 7s with an asterisk. 7 out of 10s. I think we're in the 7s to 8s, right? I think everybody's at a 7 to an 8 in this one. I'm at 7.5. I think I just needed one more thing. I got the Wolverine in the brain. I want the Wolverine, I want to see it. Especially now. Like, now's the time to show it off. We got the fever right now with Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, Hugh Jackman crushed it. The whole reason why this thing made the $1 billion, it would not be this super smash, massive hit if Wolverine wasn't in that movie and he wore the frickin' costume. Now is the time to show the Wolverine game. Right now. Right now, Sony is to show it. And X-Men 97. Show it now on the PS5 Pro. Show us more than the snicked piece. Sony's done better. Sony will do better, but lots of cool things to be excited for. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you, Sony. Thank you, PlayStation. We got lots of fun stuff headed our way. I know these are tumultuous times in the video game industry, but people are working, and you can see, man, all of the stuff in this looked really good, and it doesn't matter kind of what the size of the game is or the team is, like the tech that people have to play with and work with. Whew. I will play Lego Horizon with Ruby, and it's going to be up to her whether she is excited for it and wants to keep playing it. Definitely we're playing Zelda. I can't wait for that code to come in. Lots of fun stuff, man. I am not traveling for a little bit, I think. I do have some stuff that I'm working on that will take me out, but I've got tons of reviews headed your way, some preview stuff, some interview stuff, lots of fun things. So make sure you're subbed up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/EPNTV. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and following this channel, and for all of you subscribers and all of you first-time chatters. It is awesome to be able to be here to provide some commentary on all this stuff and to provide you access to some of these studios and people that I get to interview. Thank you all so much. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.